So, good morning, everybody. Me, Sanjay Barnwal, and I am here to take an interview of one of the student, Archana. And especially, she is here to tell some tips for those students who are going to face board examination. I think it is the problem for all students that they face that same problem and that fear regarding that board examination. So, that problem only can be cured by one student. For that purpose, I have called here Archana, and I hope that Archana is very much beneficial. She can give all the tips for the students. So, Archana, at first, you give some introduction about yourself.
My name is Archana Yadav. I study in 12th grade right now and I'm from humanities background.
Archana, I hope that in the building of the career, in the building of the personality of a student, the school plays a very important role. So, what can you think about your school where you are studying at present time?
Yes, sir. Just you said that school played a very important role in a student's life. I agree to you. It's really, I think so that it is really important to have, to be in a good school, good environment. And I think LFCA is the best place to be, have that environment. The best management it has. And it is the best school, I think, in the whole district. And I'm very fortunate that I'm studying in this LFCA school, best management, best teachers, I would say, best environment we get here. And it is a best thing that I have did in my life right now. So I'm very happy to be the part of this LFCA school.
Very good. One thing, Archana, the students who are studying here
Yes,
in this
sir.
school, since their first class, you can say nursery
Yeah,
class,
yeah. Yes, sir.
they are very much, you can say, familiar with the atmosphere of the student. So, may I know since how many years you are studying here?
I'm studying here from 3 years. Like I got admission here in 9th grade, and from 9th class I'm here.
From 9th class.
Yes, sir.
So, what features did you hear about this school? For that purpose, you have come here to get admission.
Before, when I was in another school, I used to hear a lot of things about this LFCS, like it has a very good infrastructure, best management it has, a very religious principle it has, teachers, those who are very coordinative and have a friendly nature. So that fascinates me. Like after 8th, I want to go to the LFCS. So that made me, like, after lockdown, I decided that, oh, I'll go in LFCS. And then I researched about the LFCS. Then I found it that this is the best. This is the best branch, Nizamuddinpura. So I thought I should go in this.
So, since that time, you are, as you are saying that it is the best, one of the best school in the district. So, since that time when you got admission here,
Yes, sir.
in academic level, what have you seen?
I have seen my academic growth here, like the competition here I got between the students, among the students. So that is another level of competition. So it is very good to be in a good competitive environment for me. So a very good classmates I had, like before and still today. So it made me, like, focus on studies more. Like I have to focus more. I have to I have to make my study hours more increasing. Like before I was studying like 4 hours, so I have to, like, increase to the 6 hours, 8 hours. So that made me, like, I have to be in this academic academic area, and in this arena I have to do something, and I have to prove myself in front of my other students, like, oh, I'm also the best in between them. So that made me.
So, in academic life, when a student starts his or her journey,
Yes, sir.
the examinations, they play very important role.
Yes, sir.
And you can say that the examinations are the steps after crossing which the
Yes,
students, they are able to get the new target.
Right.
So, in recent exam, may
Yeah.
I know that what percent you got in that recent exam?
In recent exam, half yearly midterms, I scored 94.6% marks, sir.
90,
94.6.
94.6. So, what is your expectation for that coming board examination?
obviously the expectation would be high from my side, and I'll do my best, like I'll give my 110%. So I'm expecting that more than 98% I will score, and I'll definitely zeal for it and work hard for it.
98%, I don't think that it is a very small target.
Yes,
But
sir.
I think that it is a very gorgeous target. It is that landmark. So
Yeah.
for that landmark, what are you doing?
For that, I know this is a huge target, and for acquiring this landmark or to achieving it and being on that pinnacle of that mountain, it is a type of a mountain for me, and I'm trying to be on this pinnacle. So basically, it will take my sacrifices. Obviously, I have to sacrifice my one of the, you know that you have to sacrifice something for getting something. So the first thing I have sacrificed that is my sleep. Like I love sleeping. Like before I used to sleep 8 hours, and now I have sacrificed that I'm sleeping for just 5 hours. And secondly is the whatever the mistakes I have done in the previous board examination, I'm literally not doing that same thing, that I'm giving my 110% every subject, studying more than 8 hours. Like I'm pushing my boundaries, literally I'm pushing my whole boundaries, because the commitment I have done here, so I have to be, to fulfill that commitment, I'm doing this, whatever I can do that, like whatever the hell I can do this for this achieving pinnacle. So I'm doing that same thing. And the strategy, I would say that this is my, for being an humanities students, it is very important to go through your NCRT. The basic thing you have to do is to read your NCRT line by line. Secondly, I do that when I read NCRT, I take a paper and pen, and then whatever the important things, the lines, and the most important thing, I would say that the boxes, please read the boxes. I will suggest you please read the boxes. Do not let them go, or don't take it that easy it is, because most of the MCQs most of the MCQs that comes in our exam, that from the boxes. So second step I do is to write the important things, whatever from the boxes and from the lines, and then that becomes a quick revision for me. So, and the last and the most important, solving PYQs, previous year question papers, sample papers, because in 10th board examination I have neglected these all things. Like no, I have neglected, but now the more and the maximum I can solve the questions from the previous year, from the NCRT, from the sample paper. So I'm doing that. So
Archana, just I think sometimes before,
Yes, sir.
in this conversation which you are giving that time,
Yes, sir.
You have told that in class 10th you have done some mistakes in your study. So my next question is, what differences do you find in that board examination and this board examination which you are going to give? So you have to tell me what mark of differences are you finding?
Basically, the 10th board examination and 12th board examination, both are very different thing. Like if we compare with the 12th board examination, the 12th board is more difficult, but what I am finding different is that to be the how I am dealing with my problems, like before letting my laziness behind and doing the zeal or the hard work I am doing right now. Before in 10th board, I would say that I used to, like whatever the topics I'm not getting, I used to let them go, like okay, let it be. But now from 11th standard, I have decided like I have to be on this landmark 98%. So whatever, like you know that thing that anything can be possible. So with that spirit, I'm putting my 110%, so that whatever things which was in the past, and now I'm doing my best to be the best version in this 12th board examination. You are not going to achieve that big that you have goal what you have set. So the positive pressure you should have in your life, like life is not easy, or achieving this goal is not easy. So I would say that the something in your mind there should be, like some fear or some pressure you should have, but in positive direction, not like going in depression or like, yeah, I have to do something. Or so be chill and positive. In positive attitude you can achieve that.
Archana, one question is coming in my mind.
Yes, sir.
Uh, for building a personality,
Yes.
it is not always correct that academic situation or the academic approach of a student, only that thing is needed. In my opinion, if a personality is better or good, so certainly that personality must have the health consciousness. So what are you doing for that health consciousness? Are you health conscious person or not?
Yes, sir. I am health conscious. First of all, the health is a wealth, I would say. Secondly, you know that a student life is a surrounded around the studies. Like you have to study. Like I would say, my routine. What is my routine is I wake up at 5 o'clock. Then from 5 to 7:30 I study. Like and from also we sit on the chair and the table. So that posture we study. Okay, then after that I come to school, and after that, after going back to home, having lunch, and then also I from 4 to 8 o'clock that's my second slot of studying. So that time also we are sitting, like we are sitting at one position and studying, so that affect our posture. That really affects our posture. And so whatever I do is that exercise, like I minimally, like minimum I walk for half an hour, and after eating I prefer to be walk. Like if I'm doing something, so I have to walk, or if I'm reading any reading or learning, so I walk. So it is very important in students life to be more health conscious, and also focus on studies, and with whatever the time you have, like uh, the empty time you have, you can give that time for the exercise or for the normal walk. I would not say that uh, go for use exercises and all. So it is very important, and your diet should be very effective, like a light diet you should have. Don't eat something heavy in the night, because it make us sleepy, and in the night only we have that time to study. So.
Okay. One question it is coming in my mind.
Yes, sir.
You have told that in board examination you have fixed your target and it is approximate 98%. So are you not thinking about getting 100% in all subject?
Sir, I am thinking, but what my strategy is, like whenever I attempt any paper or I give exam, so I always mark myself 2 or 3 marks less. Like I have that in my hands. Like, oh, okay, if I have attempted 80 out of 80 marks, then I'll count it 78. So why am I counting this 78? Because if in the future, when the result will be announced, and if I'll get 100, that time I will be more happy, because I know that I have attempted from 100 out of 100, and I'm keeping that 2 marks in my hands, or I can say I'm keeping in my pocket, so that I know that I'll score that marks. Or unfortunately, if here and there it would cut, like I don't know, maybe it can cut, so I don't have that regret. Oh, I have mark this 100 and 100 and 100, and I will score 99.6 or 99.8. No, my target is like I have to be 98, and if I have what the marks I have deducted, or what the marks I have in my pocket that work well, like according to my calculation, so obviously why not? I would love to be in 100%. So recently I'm going with a 90, more than 98%. So yeah, of course, scoring more than 98% will be the 99, or it can be the 100, sir.
I congratulate you for that. If you will get that 100%, I think it is not only a landmark for yourself, but it will be the landmark for whole the school,
Yes, sir.
for all the teachers, for principal. So I congratulate once again for that. If you are receiving that 100%, Archana, in building one student's personality, always I have heard, or you have also heard,
Yes, sir.
that a mentor, he or she plays a very important role. So in your life, in your academic life, is there any mentor?
Yes, sir. There is. Uh, there are two types of mentor, I would say. The first is my parents. those who always support me, motivates me whenever I feel low, whenever I score low, and whenever there is a numb time in my life, they are always there for me to support me, to encourage me like, oh, you can do that. And secondly, in academic wise, I would say that Kedia sir, like the many times he has like motivated me, you can do this, because you know that I'm in a council, I'm head girl, so with that responsibility I have a huge responsibility too. So he always says that a responsible student is that student who know how to manage their time in both the situations. Like if you are managing your studies, then you are responsible, and it means you are responsible, it means that you can also take the responsibilities of school. So you have to be more cordial in this and you have to be more focused about it, that where you have to spend your time. So he obviously he played a major role in my life. Like whenever I also ask him about the strategies, like, and he always tells me, oh, you can do this, you can achieve this. So it's a positive thing that I get from him.
Now next question, it is related to your extracurricular activity,
Yes, sir.
your achievements and your relationship with that part of academic level. So I have heard that you are the head girl of LFCS Nizamuddinpura.
Yes, sir.
So my next question is, how can you manage the activities of a head girl as well as a bright student, as a scholar of Little Flower Nizamuddinpura, your academic approaches, how are you able to manage it? Means that activity of
Yes,
head
sir.
girl and this activity of academic student.
Sir, firstly, I would say that in school, uh, I find it very easy to be like to fulfill my duties, because there is no pressure from anywhere on me. Like I know that where I have to spend my times, which time I have to inculcate in this responsibility, or how to manage my time, because the only 3 times we have to give our duty, and rest of the time they never disturb us, like they never tell us to do something. So that is very good thing. Like I always in school I always find that it is very easy going for me to be the head girl, because nothing pressure is on me. How I manage my studies, the same way I manage the responsibilities. Like if I am like if I'm it's something I'm doing of my school responsibility, so I prefer that if I'm inculcating that time 1 hours in something activity, so I would at home I will definitely push myself to one more than 1.5 hour to study, because of responsibilities there is not any distraction for me in my studies. And being a responsible student, I'm also a responsible towards my studies, so I never let go my studies. So that both the things in a balance I take. And for me what I have learned from being a head girl is to balance your both the things, like your extracurricular activities, your responsibilities, as well as your studies in a both the same time. So that's the good thing which I have learned this year.
Yes, and I think also that same thing. If a student has been given any opportunity to do something, so certainly that person must learn. It
Yes.
may be possible that some drawbacks are there, but that person can learn many things also at the same time. So it is very good that you are learning, being a scholar, you are learning that activity of a head girl. My next question is, after completing your board examination
Yes, sir.
or graduation, where do you want to see yourself? At what level you want to see yourself? My question is this.
First and foremost, I have my targets fixed. Like after completing my 12th, I will appear for CUET. And the first goal I have in CUET, that score best marks and to be in the Miranda House, that's the bestest college in the due and also in this country. So my first priority is there. Secondly, where I am looking myself in 5 years. So that would be definitely as an IAS officer, because the only thing and the only aim I have in my life is that to be a civil servant. So obviously in 5 years I'll definitely achieve that pinnacle and I'll be there. So definitely this is the goal.
So what are the reason that you have selected that post for your career? Because I think that each student, they have made something special in their mind, and according to that special feature, they are going to select their job. So what
Yes, sir.
have you what have you made in your mind to find that job, and after that job, what is there to think? What will you do?
So first thing, what have made me to choose this? I will tell you one story about myself when I was in 8th standard. Uh, it's a very funny story that when we are when the winter vacations are going on, so we always heard, oh, like DM has extended that winter vacation. So we used to be so happy, like, oh, so I used to be so curious about who is this DM, and like how they become and how he has that so much of power of closing the schools for students. So that is funny incident for me. So there I decided that I want to be DM. So then I thought, who is DM, like how to become and how to be in this field. So then I'm very curious about that. So I asked my elder siblings and my father. So they told me like the DMs become by clearing the UPSC exam, UPSC CSC exam. Then question arises that what this exam needs to be. Then when I came in 10th class, so there I have to decide my stream. So there I decided that I'll be going with the humanities stream. So I choose the humanities, and from now I am working for that dream, like that is aim for me, not a dream, but that is a aim for me.
So your dream is to become an IAS officer.
Yes, sir.
When a person starts his journey, it is very much certain that every time in his life, in her life, he or she has to face many problems. And you
Yes.
can say that these problems are not only the problems, but they are behaving just like the obstacles in the life. So, can you tell me some of the limitations or some of the obstacles which you have faced before class 10th, or you are facing before class 12th, or you are going to face to achieve that landmark to become an IAS officer?
There is a two scenario, sir, facing and faced. First of all, what I have faced, that is to overcome of my under self confidence. Like I used to be myself like so underconfident that no, I cannot do that, or like something like that. So before, and also some distractions I had, like I used to watch podcast videos type, but when I come in 12th and after teachers, they taught me like, no, you have to be more focused. Like you have, for the entertainment purpose you can do that, like watch podcast videos and long form videos, but my teachers, they always told me that now you are in 12th, focus on your studies and all. And what I am going to face, that is, you know, that UPSC is one of the toughest exam in the world, I would say. So obviously it needs zeal, sacrifices. So I have to be prepared for that thing, like whatever the situation is coming in my future, I have to be more prepared from since now only. So that's why all that is the thing, that many things I have improved of myself, like whatever the things, whatever the sacrifices, like we have to be done, like for the that thing, that achieving the goal. So I am in that process of reducing that all the obstacles, and now I think I have reduced that things, and now I'm more focused, and also towards my boards, and after that my preparations.
So, for that job, I think that a student must have a mental strength.
Yes.
So, what are you doing for that? To get mental power, what are you doing?
Sir, first of all, I would say that the spirituality is the first priority. There should be, you should be. I know that people are atheist, but I'm not atheist. I'm a theist person. I believe in God. I pray, And a prayer is a soothing thing that brings peace in our mind, like it peace our soul. I would say it brings peace to our soul. So first thing that I do is I believe in God, like yeah, God is there and he will fix everything. He will show the path where we have to go. And secondly is that you have to, you know that life is an individual things, like your life is your own life, and you know that what is your strength, what is your weaknesses. So I know what is my strength, and I never show my weaknesses to anyone. I have weaknesses, but I have more strength. So for being a mentally stable person, I focus on myself, what is good for me, what the surrounding, what the people good for me. I just be with that people. Whatever that things are not good for me, I just keep myself aside from that, and I only focus on the positive things, like whatever the good for me, whatever the things will be better for me in the future. So I just focus on that and always be positive, think positive, everything will be positive.
That's very good. In the last, Archana, I want that a student can be a better friend of the students. It is my
Yes.
opinion. And you are in class 12th at present time. So you can be a role model for all other students of your level, and you can say the juniors. So what will be the message you want to give? That message you have to tell me. What message do you want to give for those students who are going to face the board examination, and for those students who are not going to give that board examination, but they are the students and they want some inspiration from you? So what will be those words?
First of all, I would say that don't be panic. You know, boards are the part and partial of your life. It will come and go, but remember this thing: boards comes only once in a life. So be focused. Don't be panic. Whatever your strength is, whatever you can do, whatever you want to achieve, you can do this. Believe in yourself. Always be positive. Think positive, and you know that you can do this. And I would say that those who are not going to attempt the board's examination, not going to attempt board examination, so always work hard, because in some times you are going to give. So always be prepared for that, and board is not something very hard that the stereotypes which are made in our society, like it is a hard or 10th, it is a 10th or 12th. Be consistent towards your studies. Be consistent whole year, like not pushing your boundaries in the 1 month, because you cannot achieve that goal in a 1 month. You have to be more focused from since starting of your class. Since the academic year started, you have to be more focused. Consistency is the key to success, I would say. Be consistent and believe in yourself. The exam will be very easy, and you know that your potential, you know your hard work, what you are doing, and what you want to achieve. So I would say believe in yourself. Be thankful to God that yeah, you are able to do that, you are able to going to write that examination. So always remember that everything is behind your health, and always remember that you can do it and you will do it. That's my message to you all.
So, through this interview, I think Archana has given all the students many tips for coming board examination, and after hearing her words, you can learn how to prepare for it and how much you have to take for your mental health. And she has told that for a student, the physical health as well as mental health both are very much important. And if a student, he or she is ready to attain the physical, mental and spiritual health, then certainly he or she will get success. So it's my better part for today that I am here to take your interview. I
Thank you.
congratulate you for your future, and I think that God is always with you. God will give you blessings. So once again, thank you, Archana.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.